welcome back to Sunday Morning Chat brought to you by MAW Energy. Joining us today is the lovely Pap Smear Panda, looking very beautiful in your gray shirts. We got Carne Asada sponsor here, Subitech 11, and then Tiki Milk,
Yo,
surprisingly.
what's up?
What is going on? So, before we
Self
start
doubt.
everything today, because our topic today for those watching is some of the new announcements in the anime world and probably some argumentative points on who can beat who in the anime world. But before we start, Paps, what have you been up to? What have you been playing, watching?
I think I was playing the same thing I've been playing last week, Final Fantasy 14.
You still
Was a
playing that?
bard, and now I'm a red mage.
What the heck?
What's the overview of the red mage again? How does that person attack?
You can do your dual casting with your spells to build up your black and white mana, and then you close in with the sword and do a quick little combo, dash out, then repeat.
Oh, so yeah, it's like a combat mage. I mean, that's pretty
Mm-hmm.
cool. Yeah, see,
Have a nice little rapier.
God, and the deal with that game just to get on and be able to play through almost the entire game until the new expansion for free right now
Mm.
is pretty intense. That's a good deal. It's very enticing. I keep looking at it.
Mm.
What about
I
you, Subby?
Do
always
it.
watch the trailer.
Subby, what are you playing?
Uh, F1 2021.
Is that a fucking racing game?
That Formula
Yeah,
One racing.
it's the
Is that
Formula
Formula
One.
One
They
racing
just
game?
came out with the 2021 one, and I've been looking forward to playing that for a little bit.
So then we at least know who the hell's gonna do our Forza Horizon fucking first look video. That's gonna be you.
Yeah,
Can't
Something
wait till
game's
does
that
about
fun.
comes out.
cars.
Good graphics. It's fun. It has actual remember how the NFL came out with that story? Was it called Top Shot or something?
Yeah,
That
hot shot.
yeah, Hot Shot came out with the hero and all that stuff, but they have that in the Formula One game now too, with a cool dramatic story. I was like, oh, this is intense now.
Yeah, but
Dramatic story and
didn't they copy
Same
that from
thing.
like FIFA and shit, where the guy was
It's-
like some black dude that you had to play,
Yeah,
and
it's basically the same style as like FIFA's and NFL's.
it's all these
That's
damn
Madden's.
like sports and racing games trying to come out with a story just to make their game new. It's like it's still the same game. It's,
At least they changed it up. That's what's
yeah, no, I
interesting. At
mean
least.
that is a good thing. What about you,
What's like
Tiki?
the oh,
I haven't really been playing anything. Work's been crazy.
oh yeah.
Well, that's a
No,
dumb game.
yeah, that's a fucking shit
Yeah.
game.
So wait, like real quick, what's like the premise of the F1 story? Like you said, it's dramatic. What exactly dramatic happens?
Well,
Do you get into fights?
you get yeah, kind of. There's
Oh,
like
of
this
course.
guy who keeps like harassing me in the pits, and when I'm trying to drive all awesome, and then it goes to like a cinematic scene when I'm racing, and I get bumped off the track, and then you get into an argument with him in the pits and stuff, and it's a guy who you've been racing with since you were young in the go karts and stuff.
Oh
It's
my
always the
god.
Like,
young one.
The real
dang it,
question
Billy!
is how did this guy that you're playing as become a racer?
As any one of them does.
Well, how does that work?
Starting off at go karts.
So
Is that
you
how you
just
start the game off is in go karts?
wait a second.
No,
So
that's just his history.
but you're telling me right now that I could have just went to the Formula One go kart racing when I was like 10, and then just kept driving for 10, 20 years, and I'd have been a driver by now.
If you had money and you were good,
Well, I mean, yeah, it beats go kart racing. So
that's basically how the F1 drivers, almost every single one of them, started off racing go karts.
so
Like the
they don't go
actual.
through any further training. They just race go karts till they're like 21. They're like, all right, it's
Well,
time to
it
enter
goes to
Formula One.
go kart. No, it doesn't go straight from that. It goes go karts. Then you start off in like open wheel racers, and then you go into Formula F4, and then so on up to F1.
So my question is,
What's the
since
difference between F1 and F4?
yeah,
Slower
That-
cars.
I never even heard of F4.
where's
Didn't know that was a
where's
thing.
3 and 2?
They're too slow.
But
No,
4 is
there's
slower.
it's all there. It's just that it goes down to like you're like in a more let's say for NFL stuff. In order to get to NFL, you have to be in what's it
High
called?
school and then college.
What do you call the college games? The SAA or something. I
Oh,
don't know.
NCAA.
NCAA. And you have to be in that to get looked at and chosen. So
So you
you're
have to be in like
basically
the
in
fucking go kart
the
double A.
lower ranking. You're in the slower F1 cars, and then you have to get chosen into the big teams. F1's just the king of all race cars.
I mean, it just sounds
Okay.
like you know so much about this. Just questions why you just didn't go and do this.
Well, I know. I didn't know that's what you had to do.
Oh, until now.
And it's not a popular thing in America. It's mainly a different. Every single other country, that's like their NFL is
Yeah.
You mean
F1 racing,
You mean every
Seems
single
more
other country,
European.
their NFL is soccer?
Super Bowl.
No, their
Well, it's
NFL is
soccer
100%
too.
soccer.
Definitely soccer,
Yeah.
but for another major sport for them is all racing.
Well,
Like
I'm
instead of
sure.
you seeing like a quarterback's jersey on someone walking around the streets out here for a football team, you'll see race drivers for their teams out in every other country, like Italy and all that.
That
Damn.
makes sense. It seems like F1 is more of a European thing, while we have the NASCAR in terms of our racing,
Yeah.
which I think F1's more exciting.
I think
America
NASCAR
has
isn't even.
NASCAR.
I don't think NASCAR is not even anywhere near exciting as F1. I feel like it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
in that. I feel like it's just in that kind of like Southern hick kind of vibe. I'm not sure if I know anybody that really enjoys NASCAR. At least in the state we live in, I've never talked to anybody be like, "Hey, you watch NASCAR?" And he'd be like, "Fuck yeah, bro! I fucking love NASCAR." Never happened. I think it's
That's why our the team that represents America, the U.S. for F1, used to be a founder for a NASCAR team. So now he's just for that. It's called Haas Racing. That's our Formula F1 team.
it's called Haas Racing.
Yeah,
Haas?
from
Oh, see.
Gene Haas.
Yeah, no, I know what it's for. I'm just saying that even proves it's even more hicky.
You have any shirts?
From them.
Yeah.
Well, my favorite team's Red Bull,
Oh, what country of origin are they from?
Australia.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Those I should have known that, but
Oh, I
I
didn't
didn't know
know
Red
just-
Bull is
I
Australian
didn't know
origin.
that. You know what? My favorite mascot for Formula One racing would be Goku. And on the topic of Goku,
Goku.
yeah, if he was a fucking mascot for something, listen,
Goku, not Ren Goku.
no, yeah,
Wait,
Goku.
what's Japan's mascot
It should be
or
Goku.
Japan's team?
Yeah, who's Japan's mascot then?
Goku.
Okay, that I can see that.
Yeah, that's
Or
why they
Pikachu.
actually
I was
win all
gonna
the
say.
races. They just don't they don't
a
put it on
sushi
TV.
roll?
It wouldn't be a sushi roll. Japan's like not all about like Japan's more about their anime. It
Goku.
seems.
With Pikachu on his shoulder eating a sushi roll,
There we go.
Oh,
No,
perfect.
and a Gundam behind him
eating ramen,
On the shoulder of
eating
Goku.
udon.
on the shoulder of Goku.
No, but yeah, no. Speaking of Goku, obviously last week they announced that Dragon Ball Super movie, the new one. We all know how successful Dragon Ball Super Broly was. How does everybody feel? I'm gonna just go out there with it. How does everybody feel about the title Dragon Ball Super Superhero?
I don't like the title.
I
at
hate
all.
the fucking title. I can't stand it.
It reminds me of the phone game or whatever the phone game, the
Right.
game that came out on Switch, isn't it? Heroes.
Well, it just
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
sound. It
World
doesn't.
Mission or something.
Yeah, it doesn't sound
Yeah.
like every other Dragon Ball movie that's came out so far. You know, you got Dragon Ball Super Broly, you had Resurrection F, and then you had Battle of the
Battle of
Gods.
Gods.
Those all sound fucking sweet. Those all sound really fucking cool. Like they grab you, right? I mean, obviously you're gonna see it if you're a
Mhm.
fucking fan of the series, but it's still a grabbing title, and you're hyped up. But then the teaser they showed for this, like Dragon Ball Super Superhero, just Goku doing a stance, then these weird ass words come up, superhero. You're like, why?
Yeah. Saying super twice, that's just like
Yeah.
Yeah.
might as well be making fun of like the way they name their power levels.
Yeah, like Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan God. I remember when that first name came out, and then they're like, "Oh no, wait, no, it's Super Saiyan Blue." It's like, but you did it too late to where hardcore fans are still calling it Super Saiyan God, which is so dumb. Or
And
Super
I think
Saiyan
it's
God,
just-
Super Saiyan.
Too literal, just Super Saiyan Blue. I was like, okay, did you guys just run out of like the naming scheme or something? Because he's just going very literal with, okay, he has blue hair now, so Super Saiyan Blue.
Super
Ta-da.
Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan Red.
I like the rose one for Goku Black
Yeah, that was
being
cool.
called
Yeah.
rose.
That was cool. I was
Instead of
kind of
purple.
hoping it would have been.
Yeah.
Well, I actually was kind of hoping it would have been purple. Pink kind of threw me the fuck off, but
Mhm.
not that it was bad. I thought it was pretty cool. I don't
Then
know.
they
if-
kind of got their naming schemes back with like the Ultra Instinct and stuff. Okay, that's
Well, they had it
that's
back.
something cool.
They had it back
That's
with Ultra
legit.
Instinct, but then they got to the dub version because it was Ultra
Yeah.
Instinct in the fucking sub, and then in the dub it's
Mhm.
Autonomous Ultra Instinct. I'm like, no, you don't have to add that. You didn't have to add that. That just made it sound dumb.
Oh, and just the way Beerus says it too. I was like, I don't
Yeah.
know how I feel.
Doesn't really roll off a tongue like Ultra Instinct.
Well, and you got another thing
Autonomous.
where you see people using these terms all the time. They're like, this is Goku and Ultra Instinct Omen, and this is Goku and Mastered Ultra Instinct. It's like, dude, it's just called Ultra Instinct. The previous version where he didn't have white hair, we had the silver outline. That was him trying to tap into it. Okay, you can call that an Omen version or whatever, but that one isn't called Mastered Ultra Instinct. It's just called Ultra Instinct. That's
Yeah.
what it is when you have white hair. It doesn't mean he mastered it, because if you follow the manga, he's still learning. So
Yeah, he just barely tipped his toes into the autonomous era.
yeah,
I kind of looked into the manga recently on, I guess, the most recent one where, for spoilers, warning out there for anyone who's not following the manga, I guess
Oh, geez,
Vegeta
they've
has a
already
new
read it.
form.
Yeah,
Plug my ears.
he's got the
Oh
the-
crap, it's not working.
God of Destruction form.
Got a destruction form and
No, I
see
mean
how that
the
holds
manga
up.
chapter's been out for quite some time now, so you're free to talk about it. This is one thing that I don't know. I don't think the movies, or I don't think this movie's gonna go and bring in those two different arcs that already happened in the manga that haven't
don't
happened in the
think so.
animation. I feel like this is going to be something kind of original, as if it was what they were saying. It's more of like an original creation, and it's not following those manga arcs, which I would have loved to see. Because in the Moro arc, you see Goku get pretty badass and start tapping into Ultra Instinct more. And then in this new Granola arc, Vegeta is our
Fucking
boy
names.
right now with the freaking God of
Granola?
Destruction powers. Yeah, Granola is the character. He is a Cerelian, also spelt like cereal. And I think the Saiyans or something destroyed his home planet because on Frieza's orders. So he's trying to take revenge on the last known Saiyans that he knows about. He wished the Super Dragon to make him the most powerful person in that universe. So then he went to fight Goku and Vegeta. He's fought Goku first, of course. Goku was kind of losing. Goku went Ultra Instinct, just started whooping his ass. And then Goku fucking let his guard down. Granola punched him out of Ultra Instinct, took his ass
Nola.
down, like literally stabbed him.
That's really his name.
Yes. And of course you got Goku always fucking letting his guard down and being stupid. Vegeta pops
Which
in.
is impressive.
Yeah, Vegeta pops in, starts battling him, gets stabbed. Then with that stab, gets so angry he incites his new powers and his new form, which is the God of Destruction form with his purple hair, and he can use the Hakai and stuff. Everybody was freaking
Wow.
out. They're like, "Oh, Vegeta can use Hakai." It's like, well, earlier in the manga, Goku used Hakai. So, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens. I feel like it's gonna
Makes
be.
sense for Vegeta.
Yeah, I still feel like it's gonna be that formula that we know from the newer. Because old school formula used to be everybody battles until Goku arrives, and then Goku arrives, and it is time.
Yeah.
Now, new school formula is Goku battles, Vegeta comes, gets his shit stomped, then Goku battles again. And either
it's
he
like
wins
Goku.
on it, either he wins by himself or he wins with like some kind of team effort. Either way, Goku kind of steals the victory. But
He dies and then comes back. And
I'm
then
not sure if they're gonna deviate
revenges.
from that formula right now. I don't know.
Mhm.
Plus, I don't know why you
Oh.
would. This is Goku's story. It's always been Goku's story.
Well, we'll see. I don't know why they, once again, Fusion's canon. I don't know why they don't just sit there and just try, hey, let's fuse. Let's see how that goes. Like, it's Gogeta.
Look, it's already been
Wow.
established that Gogeta is like the most powerful fucking being in the goddamn
Yeah.
universe. So I don't know why they didn't just see this granola guy and be like, hey, let's just erase him and then fucking fuse it real quick.
You're making me think about what two God of Destructions merging together would be.
Or no, it's not two God of
It's always
Destructions.
like
It's
last resort thing.
it's
Yeah.
an Ultra Instinct guy fusing with a God of Destruction powered guy, and then you got Gogeta fucking Destruction
You
Instinct
could have
or
like
whatever.
two tones of hair. They'd be like one side and then another side color, right? Purple.
Yeah, and I don't know what's
I
gonna
could work
happen
with that.
in the granola arc, but more to the movie. I don't even. They showed some pictures and stuff of everything. It looks like there's a little bit of a time skip. I think people are over exaggerating the time skip. They're gonna be like, we're gonna see adult Goten and adult Trunks. I'm like, it
Yeah, I
only.
mean, they're not that exciting.
Yeah, I'm like, it only looked like there was like maybe like a 5-year time skip, but I could be wrong. Even if we do see adult Goten and adult Trunks, like who the fuck cares? At this point, who the fuck cares? It's the story's really Goku and fucking Vegeta now. Like, who the fuck cares?
Well, I wanted to introduce a new form because so far all the super movies introduced a new form of some sort or made things canon, like Gogeta. So they introduced something new.
Well,
So I
Might be
wonder what they
Broly.
might do.
what they could do is, well, again, I don't know who the main enemy in this is.
They'd probably give Broly a new power.
If it's not
Probably a
granola and
supervillain.
shit, and it better be a fucking supervillain with superhero in the fucking title. But at the same time, like, why do they want to do that? You know, why do they want to jump into the fucking superhero territory? I mean, the superhero trend isn't even that big right now. It's not
I
as
mean,
big as it used to
technically,
be.
what they can do, even though the name might be in the title, they can still bring back like Turles or Cooler or someone like that. They technically could bring them since they're non-canon.
You can bring back anyone, really.
I really hope they bring
Mhm.
back Cell for some reason. For some reason, I just
Resurrection of C.
Yes. I just want Cell to come back, and then come
And
back
he
as
absorb a god.
yeah, or yeah, he absorbs a god or absorbs something, and he becomes a supervillain, and then Goku puts on a costume and then becomes a superhero or
Has a
something.
cape on.
Yeah, he's got a fucking
God.
cape, and
It's gonna fall into that YouTube series.
he's gonna
Maybe
be like,
it's like the ultimate crossover with Goku and Saitama.
or maybe it's like the ultimate crossover with like Goku, Saitama, and like
All
Superman,
Might.
and the like it's just every hero in their respective universe. So it's like Goku crossover with fucking Naruto, Superman, Tanjiro, fucking like just everybody.
Against like the ultimate super villain of some sort, which I don't know who they can introduce. I don't know. I'm interested to see what more like the trailer, if they'll spoil things in the trailer like they did with Gogeta and Broly.
Well, I also want to
So,
see what that time skip is. Does that time skip mean that it's happening after the granola arc? Because if so, like, how are they even gonna? The granola arc is even done, or is it gonna take place right after the Broly incident, or is it gonna take place right after the Moro incident? Like, where's that going?
yeah. Because I mean, regardless, I mean, Goku and Vegeta are going to look exactly the same. It's going to be everybody else, which don't really matter because they're unimportant anyway.
Well, Piccolo's in the movie, so like,
I mean, once again, unimportant anyway.
they just need to make Piccolo black. They just need to quit that shit. He's green, but he needs to be black.
Actually, let's need to bring Mr. Popo.
Yeah, he was too black. He was not like too black
He was
as
black facing.
not like too black as in like, you know, racism. I'm just saying he was kind of fucking terrifying. Like he just kind of looked terrifying as all hell. But
There we go. That's going to be
Cool.
it. Mr. Popo's going to be the villain.
so, but and you go and look at the
Maybe
manga.
Frieza.
No, not Frieza, not again. Yeah, I think
I
the
already-
Frieza's going to be the build-up villain. He's going to slowly be building up to that point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because
Pretty-
he already tried to be the villain, kind of like the villain behind the scenes in the last movie. You know, because Broly wouldn't
mean
have
like-
done
like
any
a
of that
good
shit
villain.
without him.
It's weird.
He's already been
Ooh.
in 1.5 movies already, so it was really not necessary for Frieza to be in another one as a villain.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
you
he's going to
bring
be
Boo
in
back,
it.
Who's already still
Who's
there?
already still there.
but his other side. The
Full
evil
Boo?
Yeah. Kid Boo.
He got evaporated,
Yeah,
like
he's dead.
disintegrated.
Yeah, he's fucking dead.
Then I think what technically he's what Oob now, right? Is
Yeah,
that
he's-
what
he's-
Oob became?
He's technically Oob right now.
Yeah, he got killed so hard he became good and a human.
He
some
got
shit.
killed so hard he got reincarnated and became good.
That
so,
Boo. He's a
And then
cool
it-
Boo.
Yeah, watch
and then
Oob
his
come
name's
back.
reverse.
Oob is just gonna be super evil.
He's a
I
good
don't
guy though.
think Oob is a good guy already. Yeah, I was like,
He's pretty much like Kid Boo without all the evil.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And his
I-
name got reversed, so I don't know.
I know that they said that this is going to be kind of like an original creation. So I don't think I think that we're going to see those returning characters like Frieza, but he's definitely not going to be the
Mhm.
villain. And
There'll be some new people.
yeah, it could be. It's got to be someone. I would hate for them to start bringing in those fucking like Mira and whatever from the crazy time.
Oh, the Xenoverse heroes
Oh
type
my
of
God,
thing.
I'd probably stop watching.
Let's start bringing some multiverse shit in here.
I'd probably stop
That'll,
watching.
that'll push the show off like a whole nother level. Like
Yeah.
not in a good way.
Not in a good way. Maybe if they wanted to, they can open up this whole multiverse thing and bring like an evil version of Goku or a evil Bardock from the fucking Dragon Ball Super Heroes thing.
Oh yeah.
But
I guess they could do evil version of Goku, but I guess they already treaded that ground slightly with the Goku Black.
He wasn't evil. He was Goku Black.
He was Goku Black, but that was still kind of like their version of evil Goku without
No.
dipping into
You're
the
missing out the
multiverse.
point. He was black.
Don't shoot, he's black.
That was the worst dialogue they could have ever done. They could have just said, "Don't shoot. It's not him,"
It's not him.
or just simply, "Don't shoot." Like that's it. That's all you had to say.
They could like Goku Dark or something. They had to go Goku Black. It's like, really?
Or like fucking something menacing, like Goku Zero or something. Fuck.
Yeah, right.
I still like them. He's one of my favorite villains, and him and Zamasu.
But
That's a good arc. I like the
that
arc.
was a really good arc actually. I like that arc.
I kind of want to rewatch the whole season for that now.
I like the arc because no matter what those two fucking did, it didn't matter. Zamasu didn't even get defeated by them.
They still technically they lost.
Yeah, they lost that fucking battle. A lot of people were like, "Oh no, they didn't lose. He's dead." I'm like, "Yeah, because fucking Zeno or whatever came up in there and erased his ass. Zamasu wasn't dying. He was a true immortal. There was nothing they could fucking do." However, it did give me one of my favorite Dragon Ball Super fucking moments. Was when Vegeta and Trunks were fending off a merged Zamasu attack together, got their shit wrecked, and then Goku fends it off by him fucking self with a Kamehameha.
Yeah.
And so this giant sun thing or this giant blast from a merged Zamasu, like fully fucking powered, and Goku's just holding it by himself. I'm like, that's how you know that dude is fucking built entirely different. That's how you know he's the strongest.
I do like how they changed the rules of the Patera earrings too.
Oh, well, they had to because Gogeta's too much of a badass. Or I mean, Vegeta is just. They had to do that too because, of course, when they were going to introduce Gogeta, you know, it had to be in an equal. They try and say, look, I know they try and say it's equal to appease the fans and to stop the fighting, but everybody fucking knows Gogeta is superior. I don't care what they said in Dragon Ball Z saying, oh, well, when the Kai was like, oh, well, the earrings are a more superior version to that. It's like, I think he was trying to say it's a superior version because it was supposed to last indefinitely. I think that's what his point was. But as we could see from fucking Gogeta's KD, it's way better than fucking Vegeta's. And as we could see from the effort that Vegito puts into a fight, which is crazy effort, to the effort that Gogeta puts into a fight, he's just dicking around. And then he's actually going in for the fucking kill. He's not trying to fight this guy. He's trying to kill this guy.
Well, I mean, let's be real.
Gogeta.
When Gogeta's on screen, he finishes the fights. Janemba, no more. Broly would have been no more. When Vegeto's there, Boo, he was still alive after everything.
Yeah.
Zamasu was still alive, still
Exactly.
merged. So.
Oh, and then if you want to bring up GT, you got Omega Shenron. Gogeta was about to blast his ass with another Big Bang Kamehameha and kill him right there. He's like, yep, this next one's going to kill you. But he ran out of time. The point is, if we would have gave those ones to him, that would have been 3-0. Whereas Vegeta lost, what, 2?
0-2.
Yeah, 0-2. Fuck you, Vegito. We need more Gogeta. Gogeta's got the more badass outfit, more badass powers. He's fucking ruthless because he's going in for the goddamn kill. He's the much stronger. And if we're considering that in the arsenal, you know, time to bring up to like the actual topic though. We've seen what Goku and Vegeta can do. We've seen what Gogeta can do. Is there any anime character out there from the collective anime that you have watched that you could think that can be on equal footing with them?
One Punch Man.
Are we sure though?
Saitama.
Saitama.
His literally in his name, One Punch Man.
And that's like the hardest argument right there is.
And this is still Goku though.
Yeah, that's the hardest
True.
argument. Is like almost all.
He says that punch would land anyways.
Right, if he had Ultra
Saitama
Instinct.
will, if he does consecutive normal punches.
But if Goku's using Ultra Instinct, you know what I'm saying? Like, could he dodge it?
But apparently
Like-
Goku can just let his guard down and get knocked out of Ultra Instinct.
Yeah, but then let's say Goku gets knocked out of Ultra Instinct and then gets fucking stabbed. Goku usually always comes back somehow. So it's like
Like, he says he can have time to land that punch anyways. Still, like, he still has to go in for the punch no matter what.
But I think if they were to square up, Goku wouldn't be aware of One Punch Man. It would just be Saitama to him, and then he'll just wind up his punch and just blow him away.
are we sure though?
Then
'Cause
that wouldn't
Goku
be an
can
actual
sense-
fight though.
Well, Goku can sense powers. I'm talking like these guys are
Mhm.
going on one and like it's not like a sneak attack moment. They've agreed to fight. they know each other is strong, who would win in
Mhm.
that scenario. One Punch Man is so difficult because, as we know, that character is literally written to just beat shit, and that's it. So that's why it's so hard, is because he's so fucking strong, because his writing literally has him with no
Mhm.
faults. He will kill you. Like,
But I
And
mean,
like,
even oh, go.
remember that, like, any of the super strong hits that hit Goku in the same blood, how they like get way significantly stronger when they get damaged pretty good.
Yeah, to
Just
the brink of
imagine,
death.
imagine what One Punch Man would most likely not be able to kill him. He would just get superiorly stronger after that punch because he'll think that he killed Goku, and since it's Goku, he won't die, and he'll come back with like even more crazy. He'll become the new One Punch Man.
But he'll still need to recover from that, though. And not like Goku gets knocked down and revives like instantly.
well, so with
So
Goku,
technically, Saitama will win the fight. Is that what
Unless
you're
they have a
saying?
dragon, they call Shin.
well, unless Vegeta's right there too, which she's always watching Goku, so you can always kind of
Oh,
count Vegeta
Vegeta's
in
a
that fight.
jobber.
Well, right, yeah, but
Vegeta will be blown away like by the
Yeah,
shockwave of the punch.
one punch.
my thing
Wow.
is with One Punch Man, we've seen him take on some pretty incredibly strong enemies, and out of
Mhm.
all those enemies that he's taken on, when he punches you just once, he doesn't hurt you; he splatters you. So it's like, you're like a mist of nothing. And Goku doesn't have regenerative powers like fucking what's his Boros or whatever, where he
Mhm.
regenerated in an instant and stuff. But like Saitama literally hit him with just a single punch and splattered the fucking dude, or his one of his stronger punches and splattered the dude. But I just it's hard to say because you have a character that is written to just win battles and
Mhm.
never lose, and then you have a character that is written to never fucking die or never give up. Like, so if you had the characters in the corner and you had the writers in the corner with them, that would be way too long of a played out battle because Goku's always
Even
going
they
to come
would
back
fight it
somehow.
out.
Well, yeah, it's like
Even the writers themselves would be yelling at each other and fighting it out.
Toriyama would just draw a fucking sword. He's like, I've had it.
He's getting the sword now.
Okay, so let's say I'll tone it down from Saitama, like you said, but I think a good fight. I don't know who would win, but let's say Goku versus All Might, and All Might in his prime.
Okay, so yeah, but
That's who
Goku
I was
versus All
thinking
Might
of.
and
Mhm.
Goku versus, this is Goku today in his prime.
Mhm.
Yeah, Goku. I'm sorry, Saitama's like the one exception, but in my opinion, I really think that all roads lead to Goku otherwise. I still think Goku personally would win in a fight against fucking Saitama just because it's Goku and somehow he
But
always pulls through.
Saitama.
I think someone, how it would be written out, I think he wouldn't be aware, like you're saying, of the one punch thing. And being a Goku story, someone is going to catch it and somehow sense that he's a one punch killer and jump in front to take it and be a dramatic finish. Like, say, Gohan is something, he's going to jump in front and take the hit. And then
Mhm.
Goku obviously turns into his crazy next level, power level, because someone he cares for dies in front of his eyes. And then that's when he
Yeah,
dies.
that could be it, or it could just be something so ridiculous where Goku literally gets splattered into like just pieces, and then all of a sudden his God Ki puts him back to fucking together. He goes
Some
into
bullshit.
yeah, some
He's like
bullshit.
glowing.
Yeah,
So I
his
think it's like an unwinnable fight between both teams then, because if Goku's gonna have some unwinnable God Key bullshit, and Saitama's apparently taking hits himself too, and he's perfectly unscathed by all those hits. I think it's just gonna be
honestly,
the Earth will fall apart before those two go
well,
down.
I don't know if I would give it a draw. I just think that some unwinnable bullshit Goku would pull off because he always pulls off some kind of like he literally fucking got the planet destroyed in Resurrection F, and then somehow time travel came into the picture, and then he killed fucking Frieza. So it's like he finds some weird, stupid ways to do shit. In the Moro arc, he literally grew to like a giant fucking 60-foot tall man to crush a crystal. So it's like.
So let's say if there was no like Whis to the time reversal thing, let's say they're both in the hyperbolic time chamber. I think if ones were to be unwinnable and Goku has plot MacGuffins that keep him alive, I think it might be a draw.
I think if Goku's got the plot MacGuffins that keep him alive, if we're talking about Goku as a character, which all of his keeping him alive is literally plot MacGuffins, and because he's the main character. So if you put these two characters with plot MacGuffins and main character statuses in the hyperbolic time chamber, I guarantee you they'll both power up to full power, do one punch, and the universe will die.
Even an hyperbolic.
The universe will just explode. That's it. But if we are going to the All Might at his prime versus Goku at his prime, there's no way. There's no way. I'm sorry. Like Goku's just got too much
I think
experience.
there's just something gonna turn it against it.
Goku's got too much fight experience and too much anime experience. If you want to talk about anime experience, and anime fight experience, the dude's been around since like 1989. So
Since he was a baby, he was
Yeah.
fighting people, killing. He fell off the whole red core in just a baby form, basically.
yeah, he just got there's too much going on his palette to not all roads lead to Goku. And I know it's like biased, and I know a lot of people will be like, no, All Might would destroy him. It's like, nah, dude, you haven't. If you say that, you literally have not followed Goku's journey up until now, and you haven't seen Gogeta.
Well, we can't make this all about Goku, but I'll say one more fight, which is always the big contender that everyone argues about with Goku. Goku versus Superman.
Goku.
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 Yeah, I remember that one.
I was
That'd
gonna
be
say,
Goku.
what if Goku accidentally punched what is it, Zeno?
Oh, the Zeno,
Like
the
the-
two little.
Yeah,
Twin
the
god
rulers
things?
of all the
Oh,
reality.
then that technically they would win. They could just erase them.
They would probably erase him, huh?
I think Goku would lose to
Yeah,
them.
about Zeno.
Yeah, no.
There
So
you go.
if there was a fight against God, then yeah, Goku would lose. There you go. Goku would lose.
I guess you just called out somebody that could beat Goku.
I think the gods
Or
in
just
almost
erase him.
yeah, I think the gods in a lot of respective universes could probably beat him, but if it's Zeno for sure, because he could just he's gone.
Just
Like,
He just looks a certain direction and he's gone.
but then again, when you look at the Dragon Ball story and everything, and you look at Beerus could kill Goku too.
And technically, if Vegeta does manage to beat, was it Granola in this arc, and technically Granola beat Goku, that would be one person who beat Goku, even
Well,
in
no,
his
no,
top
no,
form.
'cause- No, because Goku's always
no.
Goku's always been knocked down. It's not official until he's like dead.
You can't say like obviously Frieza's beating him, Vegeta's beating him.
Yeah,
if you're gonna say it
It's
all.
got to be like till he's dead. You know what I mean? Because
Almost everyone's beating him.
there's different rounds here, buddy. Okay, so there's different fucking rounds. Because Jiren fucking laid his ass out in the Tournament of Power once, and
So
then
that means Piccolo
Yeah.
technically is better than him because he killed Goku.
Piccolo did kill Goku. Piccolo did kill Goku. I would love to see the return of some Piccolo, but I mean, we might see it in Superhero.
He got left behind.
But I mean, if we're
So
talking about
Piccolo's,
Piccolo
MVP.
at his prime form right now and Goku at his prime form, then no way.
How did Goku die the second time?
Heart disease.
Was it heart disease? I thought he got revived and
Was
then
it
he
a
killed.
cell?
Then he killed himself.
Oh yeah,
It
he
was the
killed
cell
himself.
thing.
He killed
Cell.
himself.
Cell, and
so-
then he's been alive since Cell. He came back in the Majin arc and got revived again.
Mhm.
So technically Piccolo and
Himself.
himself. So Piccolo's technically the MVP in the Dragon Ball universe.
Piccolo
So the
and
only one who
himself.
could kill him was
He's
himself.
the only
though.
one.
Yeah,
After he got
see,
too strong.
But that's what counts. Is a kill counts, but beating him down and then him getting back up, that doesn't count because those are just rounds. Because Jiren basically won like 2 or 3 rounds, but then Goku won the last fucking round with Frieza's help and Android 17.
I mean, if we go
Yeah.
rounds, then yeah, Goku got beat down by a lot of people.
Well, they all did. Every single one of them did. Like fucking Cell got beat down by Gohan in like the first round in their fight, and then he got back up, and then you're talking Frieza got beat down by Goku in one of their rounds, and like everybody went rounds. It's what matters is the fucking kill.
Has
So,
anybody in the Dragon
back.
Ball universe hasn't like lost like a round or nothing? Has anyone been like undefeated in any fight they've been in?
Gogeta. Gogeta. He's never lost a fucking round, dude. He's just straight killed
There's,
people.
there's Frieza, technically.
No, he's
When
lost
he-
rounds.
when he came back as a robot. half
Well,
robotic.
Well, he got fucked up by.
He got killed in the first swing by Trunks.
Yeah.
What are you talking
Oh, he came back though.
But he's still. That doesn't matter. Goku came back. It doesn't take the win away from Piccolo. He still killed.
I'm
his
just trying to
Now
see
he's- now he's
who
back
never
again, he's
lost a
gold.
round. Like who's ever
Gogeta.
lost anything besides Gogeta?
Gogeta's never lost anything. Gogeta is the end all be all. That's it.
Yeah,
That is-
everyone else has been at least knocked down or beaten up and had to heal or recover, except Gogeta.
Well, okay. Well, hold up. Broly never technically lost a round. He almost lost his life, but he never really lost a round.
Well, we're talking a OG Broly or Super Broly? We're going to combine them as one character.
Yeah.
Okay,
If
so
they're
only
separate
fought-
characters, Super Broly, then yes, he's technically undefeated in
no, I'm talking
that
about.
sense.
So, in the original Broly movie, right? He kind of
Mhm.
manhandles Goku like it's nobody's business. He manhandles everybody.
Yeah.
He still dies.
Well, he dies, but I'm saying the rounds to the death, there was no rounds. He was just manhandling people, then Goku killed him. And then as far as this movie goes, I guess you can kind of count him losing a round when Goku or Vegeta goes Super Saiyan God, kind of fucks him up. He gets angry.
Mhm.
Goku steps back in, goes Super Saiyan God, uses that little pause thing. That's probably a round right there. But then Goku got his fucking face dragged through an iceberg, so it's like
He wanted that though. He was probably getting a little hot. And he needed to cool off. He's like, "Thank you, bro."
Power.
his pupils in his eyes like disappeared and came back. He was falling
Yeah.
unconscious there for a second.
It was really cold. He was like, "This is colder than I thought." Brain freeze. Hello.
and then Frieza lost the biggest round of his fucking life in that movie. That man got knocked around for an hour.
Yeah, that was so long. I was like, "Wait, isn't it? They have to wait like what 30 minutes?
30
or something?
minutes,
Yeah.
and they failed twice.
So the motherfucker got knocked around for like an hour and a half. Like
I was like, "Dang, that's funny."
that was a big fucking L. He took it. He took it too.
I
Alright,
guess
so-
technically Beerus, in a sense. Beerus and Whis.
Beerus, Beerus kicked Goku's ass.
He's
That's for sure.
undefeated because he never wasn't. He probably could have ended Goku on the planet right then and there if he wanted to. He
So
just
we're talking about the main characters here. The three main characters that are completely 100% undefeated are Gogeta, Beerus, and Whis.
Mm.
100% undefeated, no rounds lost, no deaths on their end. Yep, those three.
Mhm. And Piccolo's the only person who killed Goku
Besides himself, yeah.
besides himself.
Besides suicide, yes.
I love the way that Beerus killed Zamasu in the time travel moment
Oh yeah, he just
when
fucking
they
was
verified
like,
it.
But wait, technically Cell would have killed Goku because his Cell's explosion technically killed Goku. Goku didn't like
No.
Kamehameha himself. He took Cell to a different place where Cell killed King Kai again, I guess, and Goku. So technically Cell is a person who killed Goku. Because it was Cell's explosion that killed Goku. So
That's
Cell
true.
and
When a guy
Piccolo.
runs into a building with a fucking bomb strapped to his chest, they don't say everybody committed suicide. The nigga with the bomb strapped to his chest killed everybody. So basically,
Yeah,
technically,
so-
Cell was the nigga with the bomb.
A suicidal
We
bomb.
did, yeah.
So Cell and Piccolo. So Team Green
Well,
is
hold
the one.
up. Goku still killed himself in Dragon Ball Super when he went to go train with Hit because he put a hit on himself for Hit, and then Goku let. Oh no, Hit
Oh.
killed him.
Hit killed him.
Yeah,
so
so
Hit
three.
technically killed Cell. Yeah.
So 3 people. Yeah, Hit did kill him, but then he brought himself back. He revived
Mhm.
himself with a ki blast.
There we go. So Hit, Cell, and
Oh, so
Piccolo.
my contract with Sets.
I mean, yeah,
Forgot
no,
about that.
yeah. So Hit. So we got 3. So as far as other anime characters though,
I was
excluding
gonna say 100% Deku, but he's just like the inexperience wouldn't keep up with it. That's the only problem
I'm
with
sorry,
that.
Deku's great.
Yeah.
Deku's awesome. He's really strong. He's amazing.
100% though.
But 100% Deku versus like an Ultra Instinct Goku, no. But
Well,
what about
let's take it
100%?
from Goku.
What about
let's say
100%?
Vegeta versus Deku.
Oh, so Vegeta, where he's at right now.
We'll just do Vegeta at anime peak right now because we don't know what his God of Destruction form can do yet.
So
let's
Vegeta
just
at
say-
anime peak. So
So evolution, Super Saiyan Blue
Super Saiyan Blue
evolution, all that
evolution
stuff
versus
versus 100% Deku.
oof.
Him all super powerful,
Mm.
extra mad because of someone close, all his friends dying or something.
hmm
Because
See,
that's what unlocked
that's
his
when it. That's
crazy
when you.
form.
That's when you get into a real battle, though, because Vegeta isn't
Mhm.
like a MacGuffin master, like Goku
Yeah.
is. Vegeta just kind of goes in there, gets a new form. He earned it. He has some good fights. Then he gets fucking rocked. So it's
Mhm.
I I don't know, man. It's hard to say whether or not I would give that to Deku. I
Trying to
want to give it to
play it
100%
out.
Deku.
I feel like we can say they would. I can't even say one of one or the other would win. I feel like something would just interrupt it because neither one of them ever finish their own battles. Kind of, it's always someone
true.
else jumps in.
Mhm.
So
So it
something
would
would
be
interrupt it.
Would it be a stalemate
So,
then? Like,
well, I mean, it's not that have to be a battle to the death. It'll just have to be just a battle till someone
till someone gets knocked
gets
on their
knocked out of
ass?
their probably 100% form or
Like
their Super Saiyan Blue form.
it'll be like both of them are about to do some crazy final move, and then something just totally interrupts it and f's up the whole ending of
Well,
them
okay.
two
So
in their battle.
if we're looking at that, I think Vegeta could probably kill 100% Deku if Vegeta just did like a Super Saiyan Blue evolution final destruction and killed himself.
Just this final explosion.
Whose world is whose
Well-
universe is he in? His universe or
I'm just gonna say everything takes place in like the hyperbolic time
It
chamber, so
takes
nothing's
place in a
getting.
neutral zone. So if he did the final explosion, well, actually no, he lived in final explosion in the last time he did it. So I think Vegeta's got it. If he could create a goddamn Big Bang, basically, he should be able to kill this man.
I don't know. 100% Deku though has that speed because one for all, that ain't no pushover in terms of power, especially now that he's learning all the different past one for all.
and it
That's
only
true.
gets stronger each time.
That's
So
true.
he's
It's all
technically
Might in his
stronger
trunk.
than All Might.
And once he gets a hold of it, so if he's at 100% and knows how to has mastered one for all, then
What's crazy about it is like if you fully pay attention to how his power levels work, it's like that's 100% of that power at that moment. It's not like 100% of him getting more powerful still. It's kind of like a sophisticated way to level his numbers of power too.
Well, if you're arguing speed, you do have to remember that these Dragon Ball Z characters have been moving faster than the speed of light for years. Years now. Like I mean, Goku can fucking instant transmission. He can teleport. That's faster than an instant. But like, in the movie, somebody did like analysis and whatnot of like the movie Battle of Gods, where Goku was going faster than light. Him and Beerus were traveling and
That was
fighting.
him in the hit.
Yeah, more times faster than light. So as far as speed goes, I think they're fairly matched. If a guy can just sit in there moving like 3 times, 4 times the fucking speed of light,
Yeah, the Burby
It would
matches
depend
speed.
though if Vegeta can get to that same speed, because like Goku mastered time travel speed when he was fighting hits, but Vegeta hasn't done like that kind of speed fighting.
well, Vegeta
what
still
I've seen.
is extremely fast. It's just not played out like that. It's not fast forwarded in the fights, or else it would look stupid. So it looks like they're fighting in our time, how we perceive it. But in reality, they're fighting in like fucking like 20 times
It'd be
the
a
speed of
good
light or
fight.
some bullshit.
It'd be a good fight.
What would you say then against Gohan?
Well, Gohan's kind
which
of a
version?
bitch right now.
Let's do Kid Gohan.
Like
Cell
Kid Gohan or
Saga,
Teen
Kid, like
Gohan?
teen,
Saiyan
like
Saga.
Cell Saga.
Cell Saga
Cell Saga.
Gohan.
Oh, Deku
Okay.
would fucking destroy him.
Oh yeah, Deku
Yeah,
would.
Deku would rip him apart.
Since they're both like same age and stuff and that.
I
Yeah.
think at that point, if it's 100% Deku, then Deku would not have that speed advantage on Gohan.
Yeah, I mean, Gohan was pretty quick in Super Saiyan 2, but
Mhm.
I mean, he would just
I
get
don't-
his shit wrecked. I'm sorry, it's just no.
No.
I
Let's.
What about? Has anybody watched Jujutsu Kaisen?
I have not heard good things about it though.
Man, if
I
you haven't
want
watched
to.
Yeah.
that, you should probably be a good fight would be like fucking Deku 100% versus Gojo, because
Okay, I gotta give that show a watch.
He is pretty
yeah.
fast and
Man,
ruthless.
that guy is ruthless. He's stupid, overpowered. I'm just saying. I think Gojo would win that fight. I'm sorry. Plus, that show is just
Okay.
extremely brutal.
Probably only because in that kind of standard, I feel like the demonic side would overrule how pure someone is and just kind of clean his top of his body off or something.
Well, if we're talking about demons here, what about Rengoku versus fucking Gojo? A demon slayer versus.
Well, then I'm going with Rengoku.
Well, I don't know, because the demon rules might be a little bit different in each
Yeah.
respective universe. I mean, that sword might be nothing to him.
Let's say, so you said I haven't seen Jujutsu Kaisen, so I wouldn't be able to. I don't know how
Stop playing
powerful
Final
those.
Fantasy and just start watching that.
Here, it's a popular one and a good one. I got to give that a watch.
It is popular.
Yeah, I've been hearing it come up a lot, so we'll definitely give it a watch.
Oh, that's good. It's pretty
Let's
fun. It's fun to
see.
watch.
Let's say, who's all familiar with Naruto?
I am.
Okay, so let's go Naruto and his,
that?
well, let's say his peak nine-tail fox form or whatever.
Versus
I can't do Goku because all roads lead to Goku.
all roads lead to Goku.
Let's do a universe we haven't touched upon.
We didn't really.
Demon
touch
Slayer, I
Demon
think
Slayer.
that'd be outmatch. Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know if
Naruto
they'll handle.
Naruto would kill anybody in Demon Slayer.
Yeah,
I'm
that's why
sorry.
Demon Slayer is kind of more grounded
Yeah.
instead of the
Slayer's
high
very
fantasy
grounded.
that.
Plus, those abilities they're using, those aren't even real.
How about Meliodas?
Okay. Subi,
Yeah.
I know you're a Seven Deadlies fan.
Yeah, Seven Deadly Sins.
I was
is
gonna
pretty...
bring up Meliodas too, actually. he's the basically the king of the demons.
Yeah, but
So Meliodas versus Naruto and his peak non-tail fox.
I'd go with
what's even
the
higher than
Meliodas.
that? But no, I'd go with fucking Naruto, man. Like at his peak
Meliodas,
form.
like in the show and stuff alone, he annihilated an entire like civilization with just him screaming, and he just walks away from it.
Yeah, I don't
And-
think Naruto would have any problem with anybody screaming though. I mean, you're talking about his adult form and his, I forgot what his peak form is, like his top form. If anybody wants to look up the name, so that we can get that top name form, but he is damn near Goku levels of strength in there. I mean, and we're also talking about a shonen character that is almost as beloved as Goku. I mean, we put him up there in the popularity. He's way over Meliodas in the popularity. And he's handled people of Meliodas' type before, like some demon god people. That's no walk in the park. Yeah, Merit, it is a walk in the park.
Also,
for Naruto.
we can remember that he can't die, so
Technically,
his
neither can
curse.
Naruto. Which is
curse is he can't die, so that's a pretty important battle strength that he's got.
Let's check.
So how about what's like? I haven't seen Seven Deadly. Like, what's so the main crew pretty much like the Seven Deadly Sins. That's
Yeah.
the name of their band. And so about who would you say would be between the 12 Hashira versus the Seven Deadly Sins?
Wait, what?
It's hard to say
So-
because
It's been a
the
while
seven
since
deadly
I've seen
sins
it.
are strong.
Mhm.
Like Bane is also invincible. He's a fountain of youth drinker. He can't die because he regenerates almost instantly.
Mhm.
And Escanor is the lion sin, and he's like the strongest of the whole pack but only for 1 minute
Like at
at
noon,
12
right?
o'clock, noon. He's invincible, like purely invincible for 1 minute.
Okay, so they're fighting at 3 p.m.
Or then he's still super strong because it's still in sunlight hours. He can still call upon his powers and stuff.
It's gonna
which
be
is-
like in the Arctic too, where it's not like a full sunlight type of thing. It's just kind of like that kind of weird, kind of dusk looking
I'm
concept
gonna have
thing.
to see more powers from the Demon Slayer crew, the Hashira. I have to see more of their actions to give more relation on
Okay.
who would battle who. So I would just say, as of what I just see right now, I would have to say like Escanor alone could whoop most of them. That's how crazy powerful he is.
Only at daytime. I thought they fought at night at midnight.
Then he dies. Because yeah.
Okay, so how about the Z fighters minus Goku and
And Vegeta.
minus Vegeta
Wait.
versus yours?
Going back to the Seven Deadly Sins versus all the Hashira you said,
Mhm.
I'd probably give it to the Seven Deadly Sins. There's a different class of demons in Seven Deadly Sins comparison to
Mhm.
the demons in Demon Slayer, especially when you go to the upper ranks. Right, you got the 12 Kizuki and you got the 6 upper ranks.
Yeah, they're
Those
crazy
guys
strong
kind of.
too.
I mean, if you read the manga, those guys fucked almost every single fucking Hashira. And if those guys can do it, the ones over there in Seven Deadly Sins are 20 times stronger than those motherfuckers. So, I mean, there's barely any Hashira left. So I'm gonna give it to the
Yeah.
seven deadly sins. Like in the
Yeah.
reality of the
That's why
picture.
I was like, I would have to see some type of secret move that could be like a weakness point for them.
Well, what they
That's the
do
only
is
reason.
they tap into their Demon Slayer mark, and it gives them the ability to see the translucent world, I believe, and then it gives them the crimson red Nichiren blade, which basically has the power of the sun in your Nichiren blade. However, they're still fucking human beings, and they struggled against these fuckers. There's no way they're gonna win against like literal demon gods. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Musen's
Like,
just an old
remember,
demon.
one of them's a fairy king too, the king of the fairies.
Yeah, Musen's just an old demon, right? He's just like a 1,000-year-old demon guy. These are
Mhm.
gods.
Okay.
And
So
then
you're-
Elizabeth in this series, I guess it's not really a spoiler anymore, but she's a primordial like goddess
Yeah.
from just the whole god eras, and she basically can just wipe things out of existence too.
Okay, you're hyping them up pretty high. So how about all seven deadly, all seven of them at once versus Goku?
Goku.
Goku.
It's Goku. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
It just doesn't
Goku
matter.
just
I'm about to say, you
repeatedly
hyped
like
them all up. Like this guy can
Bane is
wipe out things. I'm
Bane is
invincible.
invincible, but Goku could just keep erasing him over and over.
Listen,
I guess.
yeah, it's just
He won't beat Goku. that's
all
for sure.
roads lead to Goku. We can't even have Goku in the conversation. Like it's stupid to think
not
that we
allowed.
could. Yeah, it's stupid to think that we could say let's try to find a character stronger than Goku because the Goku boners are too hard in all of us. So it's like,
Okay, fine. And seven deadly versus All Might in his prime, Deku 100%, plus the rest of class of 1A.
Jesus.
damn.
Super
Damn.
force. You just like added on to added
Yeah.
on. That's not even fair on them.
So
You talk about these being gods, so you need
Well,
something.
they basically are.
I
man.
think they seven deadly sins would wipe out the class, no problem.
Yeah, easily wipe
Mhm.
out class
And
1A.
then it would just turn into a clash with All Might and Deku.
Yeah, it would end in whatever
I think
deadly.
that seven would win.
I think I'm hoping that the class would take out a couple of the seven deadly sins. I'm hoping. It's hard to
Mhm.
say though, because again, their power scales are a whole as a whole
Giant
lot.
race.
It's a different power scale. Whereas Class A is awesome, but
Okay, how about we give class My Hero, Team My Hero, we give them the, what's the main villain guy? Tiger, the guy with the decaying power. We'll give him that. Give him decay.
Okay. What if Exodia versus Goku?
Goku.
Goku,
Exodia.
Goku. Well, I mean, Exodia got his ass whooped in like by a fucking dragon with a dickhead. So it's like, what was his name?
Yeah.
Which one? The one in
Rob-
season 4?
Yeah, the dragon with the fucking literal dick face. It was like
Oh, wasn't
face-
it like Zork or something?
Zork? Yeah, Zork whooped his ass. So like, look,
Either his real name is Zork or I'm just thinking of the abridged version, so I don't know what his actual real name is.
I don't know what his real name is either. I just know from the abridged season his name is Zork. But in any
Zork.
case, Zork kicked his ass. It took God to kill Zork. Yeah, the literal God had to come down to
Okay.
kill Zork.
So 7 deadly sins versus the 3 Egyptian god cards,
Seven deadly
like
sins.
manifested.
And seven deadly
So,
sins.
so you
That's
mean
what
like
they
a
kill
real
on the
fucking
regular.
dragon,
card.
right? So we're talking about a real Slife of the Sky Dragon. We're
Real
talking about a
Slifer
real
and Ra and
Ra
Obelisk.
and Obelisk.
I think
Yes.
some people would die, but they would win.
I think
Okay.
fucking Slifer, the executive producer, is just a dragon. And I think Mega Ultra Chicken is just a metal dragon. I think Obelisk the Tormentor is probably the only one that is questionable because I don't know what he is. I think if it were a fight between the seven deadly sins and them, I think it would come down to, I know Ra is supposedly the strongest, but he's just a metal dragon. I mean, he's not made out of anything, just metal. And I don't see any reason why a bunch of demon gods couldn't destroy something that's metal. So I think it would come down to the 7 versus Obelisk in strength-wise, and then Obelisk would probably... I mean, you got to remember, a dragon with a dick face beat those 3 as well. Like, so-
Okay, so how about the Egyptian god cards also get Zork on their team?
That changes the whole story because the dragon with the sick dick
Are
faces.
you just trying to annihilate one other team?
And
Like,
they
you
have
know what?
access
How
to
about-
Mirror Force, and they have access to Regeki.
Okay, so Mirror Force and Regeki are real
Friend
real
Goku
things now.
with Goku powers now.
So they're real things now. If we had the 3 Egyptian god cards with Zork, whatever his fucking name is, and then they all played Mirror Forces on the 7 Deadly Sins, the 7 Deadly Sins would fucking die unless they had like a negate fucking or something.
'Cause what would happen? 'Cause I know Meliodas, from what I've seen in some of the fights, and he also has like an encounter ability too. Can like counter the counter.
Yeah.
Just
He
counter,
does
counter, counter,
whatever
counter.
power that comes at him, he can double the power back, reflecting it
So
back at them.
if they play
Okay.
Mirror Force again,
Well, no, because you
they just
can't.
reflect it.
I don't think you could. So if he plays Mirror Force and then it gets reflected back with double the power, and then he plays Magic Cylinder, and then it just goes. And then it just goes right back in. Can he keep using that counter, or is that it? He could just use that counter one time.
No, he keeps using it.
Motherfucker.
He can keep
So
going.
as long as each team has counters of some sort to keep just throwing it back at him, that'd just be like some. And you said he keeps making it powerful every time he counters it back.
So
Now, hold
that's
up.
like it quadruples it over.
Are there
So it's
And
gonna,
one of his moves is he can duplicate himself, and he can like counter with all his forms of himself like 4 times. I think he duplicates like 5 of him or something like that.
so? How about this? How about the 3 Egyptian god cards? Zork, Exodia, and a deck full of cheesy cards.
So they can still only be called upon like 2 at a time.
No, I mean they have a deck full of like at least 5 each of the same card. It's completely illegal deck.
As soon as you
Yeah.
said a deck, I just like picture in my head now a straight Yu-Gi-Oh arena, and now they're all like
Okay,
standing there on
so
the arena.
This is what it is. They're in a Yu-Gi-Oh arena, but it's not
Mhm.
like, each person's taking a turn. This is like an all-out battle, except these
Mhm.
Egyptian gods and Exodia and Zork. And fuck it, let's add God in there too from that universe. They all have a deck, and they're all just fucking throwing down cards.
Mhm. And we're doing like season 1 rules where there's like no limits to what they can
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
They
yeah.
just keep
They-
throwing out cards.
They don't have
like,
to
whatever they want.
sacrifice anything. They can just constantly throw down cards, and they have a dual
Mhm.
disc though. So within this cheesy ass deck, let's say it's their first, they make the first move, and each one of those fucking, how many was that? 3 Egyptian gods, Exodia, God, Zork. They throw down 6 swords of revealing light.
So yeah, can your 7 deadly be frozen in place by the swords of revealing light?
That's also like you gotta
Can they
think of
reflect
all the
that?
powers of what's her name? Meryl? Is it Meryl? I think her name is. So she's the witch basically of
Right.
their
Mhm.
team, and she's basically got like unlimited potential too for powers because she forms what they call the perfect cube, which is like a super indestructible wall of energy basically.
Okay, but can that cube be stopped by 6 sets of swords of revealing lights?
Yeah, this will be frozen in place,
Yeah,
right?
can it be frozen in place?
Yeah.
And also as a cube,
It doesn't move around. It's like a straight fortress.
So like 6, so there's 3 swords and swords of revealing, right? Or is there 4 swords?
I
Let's
think
just say there's 4
3
swords.
on the card.
Or okay, so 3, so there's 18 swords blocking this bitch in.
Mhm.
Then they can attack.
And I mean, if push comes to shove, if that barrier that you construct can that survive like a black hole?
Yes, can a black hole suck this bitch in and kill her?
Maybe she'd end up just teleporting them into like a whole nother area or something.
Hey, what happens if there's like
Something
another
weird.
black hole waiting for them?
Oh,
Because we
Well,
have
then
5.
it sounds like you're dooming them just straight up. They're doomed from the beginning of this fight, I guess. So they're gonna live, but they're gonna lose and just be somewhere else now, forever.
Well, I mean, you don't know what happens when you enter a black hole. I doubt. I don't think it's a wormhole. Pretty sure that you're dead.
And also, if they decide if Atem himself wants to come in, can they survive a mind crush?
Oh, okay, look,
You just mind
I
crush.
think Atem's powers of Mind Crush is kind of limited to human beings and shit, or else he would have just been like fucking Mind Crush Zorik and what? Is that thing's real name? Like I'm just
I don't
going
know
off the
anymore. I
abridged.
gotta look it up. Now I want to know what that thing's real name is.
It might
I'd
be
be
Zork.
laughing if it is Zork. Zork.
Zork. That's weird.
I mean, the
Moment
seven
of
deadly sins
truth.
are pretty strong. I'd probably, in
Mhm.
all reality, I would probably give it to the seven deadly sins over
Yeah, remember like
Team
Yeah, if we
Yu-Gi-Oh.
didn't stack it.
one of them has the power to control your memories and minds and control your body from there.
Well, I
You
don't
can
think
rewrite
Mega
your
Ultra
whole
Chicken even has a fucking memories. It's just a giant metal bird.
Yeah, my phone's
I was
not pulling it
wondering.
up. I don't know why my signal's low here, but typed in
Memory
Zork and I was waiting.
rewrite. The most powerful moves out of all of them.
All right, so what about
Controlling your
grounded
mind.
characters, right? Let's not talk about god level characters. Let's talk about grounded characters, such as people from like the Demon Slayer universe. They're very grounded.
Yeah, Paps.
Versus
Jeez.
versus some more grounded fighters. Like what are grounded fighters versus Demon Slayer cast?
What the?
The Master Chief versus Demon Slayer. They're a whole crew.
Master Chief.
Master Chief, yeah.
He has guns.
He has, well, it's not just about the gun. Like I'm pretty sure these guys could block a bullet or two. But Master
Yeah.
Chief also
A
has
bullet or two.
Yeah, listen. Master Chief has he has a Spartan laser. He has a fucking
That's right. A rocket launcher.
He has a rocket launcher. He's got a tank.
rail gun.
He's got a rail gun.
Shotgun.
I mean, anything is a weapon in Master Chief's hand. So if he got a hold of a Nichiren blade, that would just be deadly.
I think we all played Halo, and I mean, technically, if they have 11 of them facing him and fighting him, and one person comes up behind him and just clocks him in the back of the head, that's a one-hit kill on Spartans.
Oh yeah, he'd
Oh,
be
it's never
done.
worked on Master Chief though. It's never worked in canon story. It's never worked. They just have to find a way to, not admit that you're basically invincible. I mean, in the books, Chief literally took like a fucking tank blast to the chest.
I don't know if Chief can take 12 samurai swords coming at him.
Those
They hit the
swords
weak
just-
parts in the armor.
Where?
Yeah. I don't know.
Where
Like
are
the
they?
creases in the
He's-
elbow.
he's
There's
the
always
main
a,
They gotta
character.
get. They gotta get through a fucking shield first. They gotta get through an energy shield before they can even do that. What's to
He
say
could
that the
throw
metal
down
just?
the grenade shields.
Yeah, he's got a
Or-
bubble shield. He's got bubble trouble, and run faster.
okay. All 12 Hashira activate their demon slayer mark against Chief.
He has a rocket launcher. Like he's got a fucking he's got an RPG, bro. He's
Dude,
got.
that's called like a Kilimanjaro, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. Couldn't he just throw a grenade in the group of them?
Okay, they have them surrounded, and they're all like 10 yards apart from each other as they have them surrounded.
He's got the Hydra. It can lock on missiles to people.
I just can't carry that.
The Hydra launcher is a carryable weapon. He carried it.
Can he make a call in to the
Can you just call a Mac blast in?
to the ship? Yeah, I was gonna say like call in a beam and stuff.
Yeah, Spirit of Fire and have a Mac
Okay,
blast.
all he has is a sniper rifle.
Oh, he could easily take him down then. I mean, all he's got to do is ricochet the bullet. Those fucking bullets just ricochet. He's got to ricochet
Yeah,
it
And,
off one
only-
of their
and it
swords.
has 2 shots,
Ricochet one bullet off one of their swords to go to all 12.
and it's defective.
He'll beat them down with the
Oh
sniper.
my god.
He'll beat them down. Beat them down with the sniper.
And he has no legs.
What? Well,
Uh,
then what if he unlocks his internal Goku power then?
yeah, what if he grows legs
That
back?
logic.
Well, hell, wait. He doesn't even need legs because he's in the suit. Those are his legs.
He's just a torso.
Well, he's still in the suit though, so the legs, he's got everything, and the suit's got everything.
The suit's broke.
Okay, without setting him up for failure, I 100% believe that Master Chief would kill all 12 Hashira. Because
Let's say, okay, bare minimum, if he has no weapons, it's just his fist
he would still
versus
kill all
those
12
12
Hashira.
samurai swords.
Again, he's in a fucking tank-powered suit where normal swords wouldn't be able to do anything against him. And none of them have actual powers. It was already stated that the whole flashy things that you see is just for art and to draw the viewers in.
Yeah, that's why I was always gonna ask too. I was wondering like all the flame and the water
That's
and
not
stuff.
real.
I was like, that's not seeable. That's just
Yeah,
the idea
that's
behind
there
it.
for us and that's there for the art and to describe the ability and how strong they are. However, it's just him swinging a sword in reality. That's it. He's just a
Okay.
normal human being.
Chief versus the upper six.
So Chief has a
Chief
rocket
would go
launcher.
down, I think.
And so, like, so
Because you got to remember that you remember their powers, like straight teleporting you to what their own right
hold
in
up
front
now.
of you.
Hold up. Chief, I mean, the upper six also have their demons, so they have the regenerative power, right? So they can't be killed unless it's killed by an Ichiran blade. Who's to say Chief can't just get a hold of an Ichiran blade?
I don't know if he can move fast enough with that blade, though.
He's pretty fast.
He's pretty fast. He can run like 60 miles an hour or something like that.
Well, yeah, he can run, but I mean, like his straight movement speeds.
Did you not see him in that movie where he was fucking swinging around that energy sword like it was no tomorrow?
I guess he's ready for this.
I think Chief's been born for this. It's definitely hard because those are all superpowered demons.
Chief may meet an end until he shows his face, and then everyone will probably die.
Yeah, I'm
'Cause
pretty
no one sees
sure
his
if
face.
he, damn it, I'd probably have to give it to the demons because they have superpowers. They could probably just crush his
Mhm.
armor.
They could probably just start making it just like shrivel in.
Well, and their powers are actually real. Those demon
Those are
abilities,
powers.
those are actual powers. That's not just for art and for us. That's an actual power.
Yeah, I'd say I give it to the upper six there on that one.
You wouldn't even need an all upper six. You could just have like Akaza.
Yeah.
Akaza would just beat his face in.
Yeah, because as soon as he takes any damage, he'll just. If Chief doesn't have a Nichiren blade, then yeah, he'll just keep regenerating.
I'm pretty sure
As soon as he
Muzan would
takes
just fucking
damage.
send out a tendril and just crash through his fucking visor and just. I'm pretty sure that's how that would go. But a real grounded fighter versus a demon slayer, a real grounded fighter.
I don't know. I watch a lot of grounded anime or grounded.
I was thinking of like Gon from Hunter x Hunter.
Or
his crazy power.
Or Batosai the Manslayer.
I haven't seen that one.
Is Dr. Stone good? I've been
Dr.
wanting to
Stone
watch
is
that.
good. Wait, you've never seen Rurouni Kenshin? You don't know who Batosai is? Batosai the Manslayer?
Oh, that's
No.
the
Yeah.
okay. That's the main character then.
Yeah.
All right, Samurai Jack versus Tanjiro.
What?
That's
I'm
hard.
gonna go with Tanjiro.
Well, no. Remember, there's no powers here because Tanjiro doesn't have any
Mhm.
powers. However,
Mhm.
he is extremely strong for a kid. And,
Strong forehead.
yeah. Yeah, but Samurai Jack has came through a lot. He's come through a lot.
Mm.
I'm going to give it to Tanjiro because Tanjiro could split a fucking boulder with his sword. And he's, like, got some super strength. And he can apparently breathe underwater better than he can breathe on a mountain or something. Like, and, yeah, I'd have to give that to Tanjiro.
Tanjiro.
Yeah.
There's also a little like personal side of me that just wants him to win no matter what.
There's a personal side of me that wants him to win. But there's also a personal side, the childhood side of me that wants Samurai Jack to win. However, Samurai Jack is more of a human than Tanjiro is. I would put Tanjiro up there in the like that Captain America category where he's more than just a human. He's kind of superhuman, but he's not like, you know. That's what I would
All
put him
right, Matt. Tanjiro versus Rengoku.
Rengoku, probably.
Rengoku.
Yeah.
Okay, what about Tanjiro at his peak versus Rengoku?
So right before he's about to die, basically, and like when he's
Yeah,
opened up
his
when he's
peak
got his
moment.
Demon Slayer mark. Well, Rengoku never got his Demon Slayer mark, so probably Tanjiro. Tanjiro got pretty badass at the end of the manga. There, opened up his Demon Slayer mark. He's using all the fucking sun breathing techniques.
Yeah.
Probably him. He was on par with a Hashira at that time.
Okay, let's say a battle royale between all the Hashira. Who would come out on top?
It'd either be Gyu or the Stone Hashira.
Okay.
Or actually, no. Gyu or the Wind Hashira. Probably one of those two.
I win.
Gyu's pretty strong to me, and I know that basically the top three strongest ones are like the Stone Hashira, the Wind Hashira. I think he is the strongest, and then Gyu. The order could be different in the manga, but at least in the anime, that's kind of how they're portraying it to be. I just feel like Gyu could probably hold his own for a while. The Wind Hashira is kind of a psychopath, though, so he might win.
He got that crazy strength.
He's just kind of psychotic. I feel like he would just storm through everybody. I know the Love Hashira is actually physically insanely strong. However, she will get. I would just give it to the. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give it to whichever Hashira lived through the entire fucking manga. So, the Wind versus Gyu. Everybody else dead.
That's what happened in that universe. Okay. Jeez.
That's what happened in the main universe of Demon Slayer. They're dead, except the Sound Hashira. But. And if you haven't read the manga yet, that's been out for like 2 fucking years, then you're gonna be surprised when the anime comes out season 2. And so let me tell you, the Stone Hashira is not good.
I'm gonna erase all of that out of my mind and just enjoy the show.
Well, if you didn't already know, Rengoku's dead.
What?
Exactly. Yeah, he died.
In that universe, got it.
Yeah, in just any universe.
He died in a movie. We all know movies are non-canon.
Yeah.
What? It's literally part of the canon storyline.
All anime movies are non-canon, so it don't matter.
Yeah, a cool fact about Rengoku that maybe you all didn't know. Apparently, Hayley Williams from Paramore is a Demon Slayer fan. And she posted on Instagram her watching the movie and, Rengoku's death. And she was upset.
Another fun fact that Chris Evans is actually a big Dragon Ball Z fan.
I think almost everybody is.
It's pretty cool because I just made that fact up, so almost make me right.
I honestly think almost everybody is.
So it's about right then.
I mean, you see a lot of people, like a lot of famous people, be like, "Oh, I love anime, I love Dragon Ball Z," but then they can't name anything else. Dragon Ball Z is kind of that thing that affected almost everybody's life.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Ronda
Everyone knows
Rousey's a
Dragon Ball
fucking
Z.
Dragon Ball Z fan. You know what? The number one animes that I have figured out that like women have watched: Seven Deadly Sins, Naruto,
Sailor Moon,
Dragon Ball Z. Well, that's fucking sexist. So those 3, right? And then Demon Slayer. The top 4 animes that I've ever heard women say they love is those 4, especially
Sailor Moon.
Seven Deadly Sins. For some reason,
Usually, Sailor Moon's a tattoo on them. They don't
yeah. They already watch it. They're just like, I love her.
yeah, I've probably seen more Sailor Moon episodes than they have. So I like Sailor Moon.
That's what we talked about a while back in the old podcast. I was like, Seven Deadly Sins was surprising to me that it opened up to a lot more people that I never expected to ever watch an anime like that.
Dude, I see.
Probably because it was accessible on Netflix. That's probably made it easier for a lot of people to kind of dive into it.
I do see a lot of like more women say they like anime, and then they only mention the Netflix animes, which is
Yeah.
great. But that's probably the reason. Like that one girl we went to school with or whatever, Ella Tankovich or whatever the hell her name is. Shout out to you if you ever see this. You're freaking gorgeous. But but no, she's like all into Seven Deadly Sins and
Another one that
anything
pulled
on Netflix.
I don't know if I heard you say it or not, but Attack on Titan.
Yeah, that's a kind of good bridge one.
Yeah, that's
I've
always.
been seeing a lot of chicks watch that too, which also surprised me like crazy. I was like, "What? Of all of them, you start watching that with the weird giants?"
I can't get into that. I'm a little fun fact.
I couldn't
about
watch
me.
it because of that.
Yes.
I love that show.
No, fuck you. Listen, fun fact about me here is I don't like shows with giant characters like that. I don't like Attack on Titan because I don't like giant fucking things destroying cities. I don't like Gundam. Yeah, I don't like Gundam. I didn't like Big O. So, like, I don't like those things. I didn't like those fucking movies with the big
Pacific
robots.
Rim.
Yeah, didn't like them.
I just don't like that they're skinless giants.
Yeah, I think that looks
It's
dumb.
just weird, and
They have skin.
No.
I guess
They're just giants, with just no
flesh
clothes,
Yeah,
skin.
it just looks dumb.
no
I-
genitals.
I don't like the giant fighting things. The only giant thing I want to see fucking destroying a city is Godzilla. That's it. I'm okay with nuclear lizard boy, but like other giant things, I can't do it. It just doesn't get to me. Well, Zoids. I liked Zoids because they weren't
Zoids was
that
cool.
they weren't
Shout
that
out to
big. You know what I
Zoids.
mean? They were like
They
the
kinda
size of a
they were relatively
tank.
small.
Yeah, they were like the size of a tank or something like that. So they
Mhm.
weren't like
Yes,
overly
size of, like,
massive.
a house.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a limit here, like a respectable limit.
Mhm.
I just feel like if you had something like Godzilla, who's like, I don't know, 400 fucking feet tall, I think physics would just make that thing collapse on itself. So like, I just don't understand that.
It's weird. I'll watch it though, but eventually,
Yeah.
after I watch other animes, I think is better.
So
I
some-
watched Jujutsu Kaisen after I caught up in Final Fantasy 14.
Dude, the
Yeah.
episodes go kind of quick, so you can really binge watch the F out of it.
So
Just have it in the background.
some other anime news here. When Demon Slayer season 2 does come out, again for everybody that's watching, Paps and I will be doing episodic discussions. CB, you are welcome to join. Anybody's welcome to join, but Paps and I have a lot to talk about on that show because it's kind of our it's our cinnamon roll, Tanjiro. So
I love cinnamon
Mhm.
rolls.
I do love
so
cinnamon
good.
rolls. Some more news that's coming up though as well. I got into the Halo Infinite tech preview. Still can't get on the website.
What?
Yeah, still can't get on the website. However,
Tiki, you got one too?
Nope.
he didn't even put in. For it.
Weren't you like almost
did.
like a 50 on Halo 3 and stuff on like two
I-
accounts?
Yeah, I signed up. I don't know what happened. I didn't get in.
So I got in. Expect to see some of that on our channel. By the time you're viewing this, you probably already will see some of that on our channel. I really haven't decided if we're gonna stream or just make videos on it. Might do both. Might do one or the other. However, it's
Yeah,
definitely
do
gonna be on the
both.
channel. Subitech 11 will probably be behind the keyboard, behind the controller, playing, doing the most.
And going for the no dying challenge.
Trying to go for the no dying challenge. It is against bots, by the way.
That's why I can't die. It's not allowed.
So expect to see that kind of stuff on the channel pretty soon here. Fall is upcoming, is coming in very close. We're gonna have a lot more stuff coming by that time. Streaming is kind of new to us, so bear with us on the Halo Infinite stuff. Any closing thoughts on your guys'? Your guys' favorite current anime character right now?
Rengoku.
Okay, Steve, Subby.
I guess right now, then it's Meliodas in his full demon form.
Okay, Tiki.
Saitama.
All right, yeah, and mine is I love Saitama. He's fucking hilarious. Mine is definitely Rengoku at the moment, so probably be that way. I just got a new Rengoku tattoo. Yeah,
Where?
I didn't. I
Where?
was kidding. No, fuck. No, but I do love Rengoku. He's in the background. He's right here. He's in Pap's background, and he's up.
He's in
above
our
here.
hearts.
Oh, he's definitely in my hearts and my memory.
He's in my here too. That's why my room is red.
Exactly. My room is blue because it was the blue powers that killed him. So, you know. Anyways,
It's just turned red.
right. Oh, there you go.
An honor for
I
Rengoku.
don't even know where my controller is, but hold on. Guys, it's not
There we
working.
go. We got a red hue from Tiki also. We'll go on red from Rengoku.
And then we gotta also turn off for Rengoku too.
Yeah,
Google.
so
Turn off my light. Oh, you're asleep. That's cool.
yeah, my controller's just not working. So sorry, Rengoku. Like,
Hey Google,
oh, there we
turn
go.
off
There
my
we go.
light.
We all want red for Rengoku.
There it is. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Rengoku, our sweet baby boy.
One out for him.
Anyways, guys, I believe that is all the time we have left. We definitely enjoyed talking about anime here and talking about how all roads lead to Goku. Tell us below how stupid we are for only going with Goku as the number one top dog. Yeah, and give us your guys' opinions. Remember, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We will see you next Sunday. Look out for some Halo content.
Right, laters.
Yeah.